let's start with our main episodes. We'll be reading here from the IB Times, a London or UK English newspaper.
Bowel syndrome times for those.
Yes.
Who,
ICE employees vent on Reddit saying they're not getting paid and still no insurance despite promises. That's the headline.
Good, nigga.
Yeah. Already
Good.
Already hilarious stuff. Already
love it.
Ripe with comedy here.
Look
ICE,
at Reddit is their outlet too.
Yeah.
So of course
it is. It is very funny.
It's very spot on. Of course it is.
Yeah. ICE is facing an unusual wave of internal backlash after employees began accusing the agency of failing to pay salaries and activate health insurance weeks after recruitment. Despite a historic recruitment drive that added 12,000 agents in recently, the agency's administrative backbone appears to be buckling, with employees desperate enough to turn to Reddit to detail their struggles. In raw, unfiltered Reddit posts, again, the Redditness is hilarious.
I get them turning to Reddit because if they turn to their therapist would be like, "Oh, I gotta kill you."
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
So I recently joined.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't tell another human. They have to be anonymous in the streets and online because, they're not allowed to. That's just funny to me. They have to go to Reddit.
And it's just funny they go on Reddit. They go on Reddit where all the libertarians and incels and the classic place where they'll point out there's a difference between a pedophile and a fibophile, whatever the fuck the other word is. That's a Reddit-ass thing to say.
Actually, Epstein wasn't a pedophile. He was a phebophile. Ew! Ew, nigga!
Yeah, it's a phebophile central.
Anybody who knows what the word a phebophile is should be locked the fuck
That's where,
up.
Yeah, that's a Reddit-ass correction to make. So that's the word. Like, who will hear our stories? So in raw, unfiltered Reddit posts now spreading beyond law enforcement circles, ICE officers describe going a month or more without a paycheck, struggling to secure medical coverage for sick children, and watching bonuses quietly stall. As immigration enforcement intensifies nationally, critics argue the complaints raise uncomfortable questions about how an agency tasked with enforcing the law is allegedly struggling to meet its most basic obligations to its own workforce. One officer reported being unable to cover medical costs for a sick child due to a coverage gap, while others claim five-figure signing bonuses have not materialized. This benefits breakdown comes at a critical time as the agency ramps up enforcement activity, leaving frontline staff questioning the government's ability to manage the very workforce it spent millions to recruit. What began as routine onboarding complaints has now snowballed into a viral reckoning about how a major U.S. federal agency manages its workforce while aggressively expanding enforcement operations. As screenshots circulate across social media platforms, critics argue the issue is no longer bureaucratic delay, but institutional dysfunction, raising uncomfortable questions about morale, accountability, and the human cost of America's immigration enforcement machine. It keeps saying that these things are uncomfortable about ICE. It's like, I thought what was uncomfortable about ICE is that they are, putting 5-year-olds in jail and sexually assaulting mothers in private detention centers that are completely unaccountable to the public.
Trying to do it anonymous and shooting fucking Americans in the streets. And,
that's what made me uncomfortable, personally.
The fucking...
Not that they're not getting paid on time.
White House putting out fucking edgy fucking sick bro vids of fucking ICE agents shooting fucking dangling babies in front of windows. You want your kid?
That made me clutch my pearls.
We got your kid. Come outside. Come outside. Like
not this medical coverage gap.
You know what's funny about all this is that they're removing people who contribute to the economic, to the community. They contribute economically. Mm-hmm. They're buying groceries so that the groceries go to fund workers,
and they're providing their labor.
They're literally labor. They're providing economic value to the community, and they're removing that that source of funding the community gets. And on return, these niggas not even getting paid, so they can't even they're not even adding to the like society, to culture, to like the local economy that they live in. They can't even afford healthcare. They can't even afford to go to the grocery store. They can't put money back in, but they're taking people and taking money out and just making their fucking community.
They finally got the one job that they can't pretend immigrants are stealing from them, becoming an ICE agent.
Yeah.
And then turns out ICE is not as functional. Their leaders, Tom Holland, Pam Bondi, and Donald Trump are not maybe as reliable as they assumed.
What? Did Trump, the guy who doesn't pay his contractors, con me? Oh, God damn it. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the thing. I know niggas who don't go to work if T-Mobile missed 2 hours on their paycheck. So why don't you don't go to work?
Yeah.
Why don't you boycott? Why don't you? The fact that you still go to work when you're not getting paid, you just doing it for the love of the game. You just ethnically cleansing for the fun, for the fucking. All right.
Yeah.
You know,
fuck these people, because when you hear like, oh, there's backlash within ICE, you're kind of hoping it'll be like, this is wrong. What we're doing, should we be doing this? But instead, they're like, I am not getting my paychecks on time.
Listen, I don't mind kidnapping children. I don't mind dumping a load of bullets into a man's back. But if you're not gonna pay me for it, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
But
I went to my checkup. I had to pay out of pocket at my checkup. This is not what I signed up for. I was lied to.
Nigga, stomach growling. I can't take off my mask because I have a rash. My mask is so dirty, it's giving me a rash, and I can't go to the hospital because I can't afford health care. So I just got to keep this dirty mask on. This is. I love this.
Yeah.
I love. Why don't you go kidnap the niggas who ain't paying you?
Yeah.
Keep that mask on. Go
use these
take
powers
it out on the niggas that's not giving you your paycheck. I don't know.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see that like where the snags are in this effort of mass deportation. This really crazy effort that they're attempting, and one is like they can't handle the administration of it. Like they can't handle the bureaucracy of it. They can't. They need to hire people who are more competent in order to make this system actually function. And apparently they can't do that. But it makes sense. I mean, we know that the agents they're hiring, no training, fat, lazy, stupid.
I look at it in full scope. It's just all horrible. They're dumb people
they're out of shape.
Background
and look,
checks.
and I want to be clear. I got no beef, no problems with anyone who's fat or out of shape.
I do.
Ashton does. I don't. But
no
it's
facts.
like there's certain physical requirements if you want to be a quote unquote law enforcement agent.
Yeah,
and to see them fucking rolling around on the ground like unable to.
Fat cops are the scariest ones. Everyone knows that because they're not chasing your ass. All right, they not getting into a.
But they're
race.
also not letting you get away.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm not jumping that gate, and neither are you, nigga.
Yeah.
They fucking. Yeah, I love that. Of course, it's all breaking down. This fucking.
It's incompetent from obviously we see it incompetent on the bottom. We see the incompetence at the top. Obviously, the background shit we don't see. The administration. Obviously, that shit's gonna be incompetent as well.
Did you not see the lady who was like who held herself in contempt just so she was like they were interviewing her and she was like, I don't know, it's too many ICE I gotta find the correct thing. I think she's like a ICE like prosecutor or judge. She has too many cases, and so she held herself into contempt just so she can get 24 hours of sleep. And she's like, this job sucks, everything here. She literally goes, this job sucks, everything here sucks. I'm about to hold myself in contempt so I can get 24 hours of sleep.
What?
It was dude, crazy breakdown, bro. This is actually I'm gonna look it up. But
for some reason, the socialist in me is not finding sympathy for.
Yeah, this is the one worker I cannot get behind this. This job sucks, ICE. ICE attorney out after this job sucks comments. This job sucks. Overwhelmed. The DHS lawyer says in court hearing over ICE response to judicial orders. An exasperated and frustrated Department of Homeland Security attorney declared in a stunning moment in court that her job sucks. The existing legal process sucks, and that she sometimes wishes that the judge would hold her in contempt so she could have a full 24 hours of sleep. She just snapped. She's like, I can't do this shit no more. It's
That's
like
hilarious.
crumbling.
Like the ICE is doing so much crimes that the lawyers that represent them are like as overworked as a public defender. They're as pulled of resources.
This can't, meaning it's crumbling. It can't keep up under its own like dumbass weight of I want to ethnically cleanse the nation. Like you can't afford your soldiers. You gotta, the number one thing in war, you gotta feed your soldiers. You gotta, and if you're not feeding your soldiers, you're about to get fucking coup d'etat, nigga. If that's the word, I forgot.
But, I believe that was in the Art of War, right? I think that was a direct quote.
But yes, I love all this. I hope these niggas never get their paychecks.
Yeah.